Hi, good day. I'm Dr.
Hi.
Kiran Maharaj.
I'm Indy.
Very nice to meet you. I've been instructed here today to examine your shoulder joint. What that's involved is taking through some range of motion tests and doing some tests around your muscles around your shoulder joint. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Are you in any pain or discomfort right now?
No.
Any point in time you feel any pain or discomfort, would you please let me know?
I will.
Okay. Before we start, during your daily activities, things like brushing your hair, tucking your shirts into your pants, any pain or discomfort?
No.
Okay. First, let's start with general inspection. So, looking anteriorly, looking at the symmetry and the deformities. Looking at the clavicle, making sure they're level. Laterally, I'm looking to see if any rounding of your shoulders. Can you turn face this direction?
Sure.
Right. And I'm going to look posteriorly, looking at the level of the scapula, looking for any scars, bruising, any muscle atrophy. Also looking at your C-spine, looking for the natural curvature of your C-spine, and kyphosis or lordosis too as well. Okay. Before we begin, I just want to examine your cervical spine, because sometimes you can have referred pain from there, right? What I want you to do is turn to your left shoulder, turn to your right shoulder, look up, look down. Okay, and now turn left ear, right ear. Any pain or discomfort?
No.
Any tingling?
No.
You can also do a Spilling's test too to kind of find out if you have any cervical spondylosis too as well. Okay, for this exam, we'll just focus on your right shoulder. But ideally, clinically, we'll examine both to compare. Okay, let's do some dynamic observation to look for any scapular dyskinesis. Can you turn facing wall? What I want you to do is slowly raise your hand up like this. And then back down. I'm going to look at your scapula, making sure the movement is smooth. Right? And any lag, notice any lag? No. Can you go to the wall and do a push up for me, please? And back. Okay, great. Alright. So I didn't see any issues there. Alright, let's do some palpation now. So I'm going to palpate sternoclavicular joint, following the clavicle, and then I'm going to the acromion, 2 centimeters below, 2 fingerpads below, sorry, and the biceps groove, in the biceps tendon. Laterally, I'm feeling the greater tubercle for any rotator cuff pathology. Okay, turn facing the wall again. Going to palpate supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and then trapezius for any trigger points, and the medial border and inferior border, noting any muscle atrophy too as well. Okay, right, so now we're going to do some range of motion tests. So what I want you to do is go all the way up like this, and down, and now I want you to go like this, down, and then back. Great. Okay. And now I'm going to internal and external rotation. So internal, external rotation. Okay. And now I want you to take your right shoulder and go across your body. Into your left shoulder. Go across. Okay. Now I want to isolate your humeral joint. And also we could have used a goniometer to get some objective data, but just for exam, we're just doing a quick demonstration. So I'm isolating here, going up about 120 until feeling when the scapula is activated. 90 degrees, and internally 45. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do some combined range of motion tests. So what I want to do is chin facing the wall, put 2 hands behind your back, and going up with 2 fingers like that. Noting the level. Okay, there's equal there. And then we can do up use scratch test. This is the combined motion. So this. And next side. Okay, fine. Great. So now we want to do some resisted movement. Just turn facing the camera. So what we're going to do is arms out and at 30 degrees inward. Okay. Don't let me push it down. turn your thumbs down, don't push it down. So this tests your supraspinatus. This is when you rotate the calf muscles, also known as Job's test or empty hand test. Right, so now you're going to put your elbows in, going to externally rotate. Right, okay. Don't let me push it in. Right, and this is a good test too for infraspinatus. What I want you to do now is to put your hands behind your back to face the camera. Just put one test in your right hand today. So this one. Keep it off your back. Like that. And try to keep it there. Right, could just go lift off two as well, like apply a downward pressure. And try to pull your hand off. Great. Towards your back. Okay. What you can also do too is go forward like this. Extension, and then kind of push it back. Down. And then back. Extension. And try to push it back. Okay. Right. So we're going to test for impingement. So we're going to do Hawkins Kennedy. So that's 90. I'm going to try to externally rotate. Any discomfort?
No.
Nearest test. Any pain discomfort?
No.
So feeling any pain in the subacromial space too as well. Now we're going to do some rotator cuff. We covered supraspinatus already with Job's test. So what we can also do is the drop arm test. So we're going to just raise your right hand up like this. And then let's see. Right. Now hold it there. If any rotator cuff tear, your arm will drop, and that will tell us for any supraspinatus. What we're going to do for infraspinatus now, we're going to external rotational lag. So you hold an external rotation like this. I'm going to let it go. And if there was a tear there, your hand will drop forward. That will be in your infraspinatus or teres minor. Teres minor you can also do is hornblower's test. Here, and external rotate against resistance, so the leg rope. Any pain there?
No.
Great, so now we can move on to biceps tendinopathy. So the first one we can do is speed test. So what you're going to do is try and flex hand like this. Any pain or discomfort?
No.
The other one is ear guns test, right? So you're going to supinate the hand like this. And we're trying to flex at the same time. Ready? Any pain or discomfort?
No.
Okay, great. We can also do active O'Brien's test. So what you're going to do is an inward like this, straight, and then don't let me push it down. Pain or discomfort?
No.
The other one we can do too is crank step. We're going to hold like this, and I'm going to turn. Any pain or discomfort?
No.
Okay, great. So those tests for help for any slap lesions or labral tears. Right, so now we can do for acromion joint pathology. What you're going to do is put across like this. I'm going to press in here. Any acromion joint. Pain or discomfort?
No.
Okay, that's good. So now we're going to check for glenohumeral instability. What I'm going to do is circle sign. I'm going to pull down your hand, looking for any circles here, any gap here, which you don't have. The other thing I can do too is to have you lay on the bed. And this is going to recreate dislocation. So I'm going to externally rotate. I feel like you're being dislocated.
No.
If you do, I can apply a downward force anteriorly, and I will leave you sensation of dislocation.
Okay.
Ideally, too, as well, you can any nerve functions as well. You can also do nerve impingement. So you're thinking about the upper limb neural testing. Also test for vascular too as well. So the radial pulse. If you're thinking like a dislocation, I'll also do too as well. So that would be completing my exam. I could also do myotomes and dermatome test reflexes too, if clinically indicated.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. So I'll just put the results together and we'll come together with a management plan.